Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It is July. It's 2019, and I know I've been hitting you with these a lot lately, but I think that this stuff right here is incredibly important. And it isn't just for the end of times or anything like that. It's for weather warfare. There's a reason that I prep, and I think there's a reason you should too. Look at all the earthquakes and every other wacky thing that's been going on. Look at the storms that they're conjuring up down south. Do you see what I'm saying? Being prepared, having food to feed yourself, your family, and having the ability to have clean water is important. This Patriot Pantry helps me, and it helps you. If it didn't, I wouldn't run it. And that's just a fact. Anybody that's ever met me knows for a fact that I prepare, and I have this stuff in my vehicle, my house, and my office. So you should too. Or don't. But if you do want it, links are in the description. Check this out. Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It is Thursday. I have no clue. Shut up. I borrowed somebody's car, and I don't have my seatbelt on, as so many people have pointed out. But I don't wear my seatbelt because, let me tell you a story. One of the times that I left this mortal coil, momentarily as it were, was in Western Massachusetts. I had just recently gotten out of jail. I was hanging around with a bunch of dudes that I probably shouldn't have been. Good guys, but, you know. At any rate, we're driving along in the vehicle. I'm in the rear of the car watching the driver, who is way too big, drunk, and angry to talk any common sense into. And I realized we're going to crash. So I put my seatbelt on. There was 5 of us in the vehicle. You can look this up. This was in Western Massachusetts. Vehicle rolls over at 80 miles an hour, flies through the air, takes out a couple of trees, and lands literally 17 to 20 inches from the edge of a cliff, which was a straight drop. Everybody in that vehicle walked away because alcohol's great. It loosens you up. You're not even paying attention. The car flipped and flipped and flipped and flipped. The only person that was literally locked into place, the car flipped on the passenger side. I was in the rear passenger seat. I was spitting out glass and every other thing for about 7 hours. But my skull was completely smashed open, creating a large backwards 7 on the side of my head. And as soon as I got out of the vehicle, finally, the car exploded, blah, blah, blah. The tow truck guy showed up, never saw such a bad accident in his life. I kept thinking, I'm going to the hospital or I'm going to hell. I knew where I stood. All I wanted was a cigarette. As soon as they laid me down, when the EMTs finally showed up, they laid me down, I went out, and they had to bring me back a couple of times. I was out. Long story short, I don't wear my seatbelt anymore. I just don't, okay? When something that unbelievably traumatic, because it was insane. I was in the hospital, and my friends were coming in to see me, and they're looking right at me and walking by. My face, this is a true story on my grandmother's soul. My face was so covered in blood, dried blood, that they were walking by, mistaking me for an African-American fellow as opposed to me. I'm so white that I'm almost clear. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's why I don't wear my seatbelt. But that was not the point of this video whatsoever. That stupid bell just pissed me off. At any rate, I'm going to be doing a live stream tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. post-meridian Eastern Standard Time. I believe I'm going to be joined by the ex-NASA employee, David Beverly, Photo Helix, the reformed ne'er-do-well man who can preach the Bible. Woo! You know, gives me chills. And Dave from deep inside the rabbit hole. Dave was my main guy. He was the main guy I wanted on here, but everybody else can actually add to this. And this time we're really, really going to try to dig down on the topic of why is the mainstream Why is everybody pushing the Storm Area 51 meme? Because I think I already know what the answer is, and sadly, if I'm right, we won't be able to talk about that because the internet, for us, will be over with. They've already got it all in place. That's what the last set of YouTube is out, Facebook is out, everything else. They swapped up the algorithm so that every time somebody subscribes, 5 people unsubscribe. They swapped up the algorithm so every time a video ends, it goes directly to mainstream. You go from Richie from Boston to mainstream. In the old days, it was Richie from Boston to another one of my videos. Or Nicholson 1968 to another one of his videos. Or Face Like the Sun to another one of his videos. And then they switched it up where they were trying to create discourse, where it would go from my video to someone talking shit about me. There's lots of people that do that. I've already explained. If I spent my time refuting all the videos about me, I'd never make videos about anything else. So I don't. If you can't see me for who I am and for what I do and what I've done and what I will do and what I'm trying to do, you're not going to see anything. It is what it is. At any rate, we're going to try to figure this out and get this out here in a clear and concise manner, if at all possible. Because aliens from outer space don't work when the sun and moon are probably about 3,000 miles away. You see what I'm saying? I know. I didn't believe it either, remember? But then I proved it to myself. Unlike so many social media, keyboard warriors, etc., who are positive the earth is completely flat because they watched videos from other people. That's not what I did. I got out the cameras, I put the gas in the gas tank, I went to the highest points, I went to the lowest points, I watched ships go over the horizon, and then I used technology to pull the ships right back, you know what I'm saying? And then, to top it all off, I start meeting people that are airline pilots, helicopter pilots, ex-NASA employees, Special Forces, Navy SEALs. Guess what? If you don't understand that this earth is God's footstool, that we live between the waters that were separated to create a firmament, I don't know what to tell you. But it sure does explain all the nonsensical bullshit that we get spit at us from NASA all the time. Let me tell you a secret. Let me tell you a little secret. Even though NASA is a complete military-industrial complex entity, if we gave them bazillions of dollars to get us to the moon, and then they just went, oh, all that stuff? Yeah, we taped over it. Every single thing we could use that could be analyzed by outside sources right now to verify that we went to the moon, we lost all of it. It's all gone. We don't know what to tell you. But don't worry, we're going to Mars.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
It sounds ridiculous, right? But that's our reality right now. Why are they lying? Because they can't go up, man. That's why all big money, all big technology is trying to get into another dimension. And I'm sure they've done it by now, which would explain why little wacky things are changing here and there. Believe it or don't. Richie from Boston. Like, share, and subscribe. Or don't. I'm out.